Hello YouTube fans, and why not V, the mini-series, part 1. As I told you the bits and bobs about the history of V, why not the series? Now there's a few actors, you know, there's Mike Singer, there's Robert England, and there was the dude who played Robin, and there's a bit of history there. The original, if you remember the original Poltergeist, the actress who played the older sister in Poltergeist, not Evan O'Rourke, but the one that played the older sister, she originally was going to play the role of Robin, and sadly to say, when they was ready to film V, she, as we all know, she sadly was brutally murdered by her boyfriend. So instead, someone else got the role. That was a sad backdown story there, but I thought I'd give people a bit of input of V. And V started, it aired back in 1983 on ABC before we got it on terrestrial TV. And what a damn good series. What a damn good series. Starts off with the beautiful music, where it comes up, the music. And you know that do 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 do. I'm going to do a shit job. And then you've got Mike Singer, you know, Mike Singer playing the role of Mike Jonathan. And what a fucking role. He's filming the film cameraman. It's more like, you know, you're watching a news report. You know, he's a cameraman doing his job, and he's basically playing Russian roulette with his fucking life. These are the people, when it comes to news report, people that film dangerous situations, they're the people I respect, not the shit you see on the fucking news. And he's got this arm in, it's like a war going on, and you think they're in for it, they're going to get shot up, but the helicopter what's chasing them fucks off, and that's when you get the defilement of the mothership. And what a fucking opening, what an opening. And I just love the way it airs. It's not as to feeling, you got motherships all over, and at first people don't know what to make out of it, and that's what I love about V. I fucking love about V is you don't know whether they're peaceful or the enemies. Now, unlike your 50s movies, you know, classics like The Day When Earth Stood Still, and I reviewed it, War of the Worlds, and The Gigantic Woman, and all this other shit. Don't get me wrong, the classics, but every one of them you can find is going to be a bog-eye monster or some evil alien wanting to take over the world and kill people or make a war. The thing I loved about V was they come out, people did not know what to make out of them, and they come on Earth. And they said, we come in peace. We come in peace. We've got a trophy answer. We come in peace. Well, that we come out into final battle. And again, you've got a date task, Robert England, and you know, a lot of other date actresses, Diana, and all the others. And I love it. I just love it. I love the fact they have the weird echoey voices. You know, if I had a mic right now, plug it into a music centre, put it near my voice like that, they talk me like that really funny voice. But the thing was, the voice, they tried to make it echoey. It didn't rub off the way they wanted it, but it kind of did, and they stuck with that, and I love that. I love the fact they had them weird voices. I love the fact they look like us, but that's when you get the defilement. They're not like us. And you got the scientists, and that's when things start to notice here and there. It does have that Steven Spielberg, I'm going to have the word, Toasting Toutings feel, where you see the motherships, and when you see them it's a bit sloppy at first, you know, they look like us, only with the weird voices. It's only as it goes on, when you get the duplicity and all this strange stuff is happening to scientists, Mike Jonathan knows, he senses there's something not right here, and that's when you get that brilliant shot. The shot I mentioned with Diana, lifts up that chinny pig, eats it, goes through her neck. She did the effect herself. She did it herself, and I fucking think that is brilliant. I really do think it's brilliant. It was one of them where it's a bit of sci-fi mixed with horror. But I always loved V. I think the effects for that time was just top notch. I still love it today. I love the music. I love the fact that the mini-series was a movie length. And for part 1, yeah, it was good. There's bits where I feel it drags a bit, pacing wise, but I still dilute V, because V the mini-series, to me, it changed the look of sci-fi. It changed the look of fucking sci-fi. Bear with me, I'm just going to put something away. But yeah, it changed the look, basically, on how we look at sci-fi. Without V, you wouldn't have had other classics, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have had other classics. And in my eyes, it is a classic. You know, you've had all the date tasks and all the date damn good special effects, and I feel V had an art to it. It's kind of sad now that some of the actors and some of the actresses had sadly passed away. They're filming V, you know, no longer with us, may they rest in peace. But V, in my eyes, is a fucking dud one. I reviewed it before, but my review wasn't never that long and I was never that confident. Now I'm a lot more confident and a bit more thinking. I can do my reviews a lot better. I just feel like I could do V the miniseries a lot more justice. And I just love the fact that when they die, you can see Mike and he's fighting him, he's trying to talk him out, and he still stats his face and he reveals what they look like. They don't at all look like us. They look like fucking reptiles. I say it again. They fucking look like reptiles. And I love that. I love it. To me, that gives it that horror feel. It gives it an horror feel. But not too much in your face. It still has that science fiction feel. And for the miniseries, the first one, I dilute it. It didn't give too much away, but it didn't need to in the first one. You get to know more when you get to V, the miniseries, part 2. And as you know, originally it was going to be a 2-parter. The same director, like I said on the last one, when he did The Incredible Hulk, he wanted to do a sci-fi. He wanted to do a sci-fi, right? What was different and unique. And he did. He always wanted to make a follow-up, and I'm kind of happy now after seeing that fucking horrible remake that he did not. I really am happy he did not. And it's like I say, you had a date cast of actors. And it's kind of sad, like I say, they want to be the sister Robin. It's sad really what happened to the actors, you know, the one who played in Poltergeist sadly lost her life before doing this. He only ever did a few little bits here and there, and I'd really love to all been interested to see the footage she did, you know, before she sadly lost her life thanks to a scumbag boyfriend. But it's still not a bad one, you know, you've got a really damn lot of good actors in it. I love the fact that it starts with this really nice harmony music in there, and you've got a chilling bit of music here and there, you've got great sound effects, you've got it all. And I love the fact that it gives you hints here and there, they're not as friendly as they're made out to be. There's only a few who are friendly. Robert Englund is Willa, brilliant role, even today, and even when he was doing the Possessor of the Freddy Krueger, people always said, oh, I loved it, I love that TV series, V, I love it, he was brilliant in that, Robert Englund as Willa. And even today, Robert Englund been out like people always, apart from pestering him over being Freddy, they always pester him over being fucking Willie, you know. It's an interesting bit of information. But yeah, I like the first one. For part 1, it wasn't bad, and I love the ending where you got these kids vandalising and the old man says, that's not how you do it, and he sprays the letter V. Now throw your fam there, throw them. And when you think about it, a lot of people didn't know what V meant. People thought V was like V for visitor, or V for peace, or V for victory. And as we all know, what it really meant for the series was V for victory. I wouldn't think it was a bad one for part 1. Get ready, as I might start talking and reviewing part 2 of V. I thought the history of the foil one would have been the final battle, but that will be for another day. Until then, see you later.